Teen Gamer here, and I haven't done a showcase video in a long time. And since 3.2 gave us C6 Traveler, it is time to do a Traveler showcase video, specifically Dendro Traveler. I already have him level 90, I have his talents built, I have his build built, by that I mean the artifacts, so we're all set to showcase him. If you haven't seen a showcase video, or my showcase videos, I'm going to be giving you a rundown. Mainly the reason why I'm doing this is because I am going to be changing up the format. So this is going to be a thing for all future videos to follow. So yeah. The first thing that is not going to change though is the build and stats. Of course I'm going to be showcasing that first. Because if I showcase the build and stats, it means that it'll give you a rough estimate or a baseline as to what the Traveler can do. So yeah, the stats can showcase the damage that he could do, the build can showcase what the Traveler could be, or what your Traveler can be built as. This is mainly just a baseline as to what the Traveler can do. So yeah, this will just guide you as to what you should build your Traveler as, or what weapon you should give him. Basically anything that relates to building is what this first thing is. Secondly, is the showcases. So we're going to be showcasing characters in a bunch of teams. So instead of actual resonance teams with useless ones like Double Animo, yeah, we're not going to be showcasing that anytime soon. We're going to be showcasing characters in their most relevant teams. So for the Dendro Traveler, it's going to be Aggravate, Bloom, and Burning. So we're going to be showcasing those three teams. And the format will not change as to how I showcase them. So we're just going to be showcasing them in one chamber and then moving on to the next team. The mainly reason why I'm doing this is because multiple characters on multiple teams. For instance, Hu Tao has like over 6 teams. So yeah, but the Traveler here only has a max of 3 teams. I will showcase a 4th team as well for the giggles, because why not? So yeah, there is a special treat for you guys for this showcase. The next thing, of course, is going to be bosses. We're going to be fighting a max of 2 bosses. One to showcase how much damage the Traveler can do. And the next, of course, is to showcase how powerful he is, or what he can do on the hardest bosses in the game. Since bosses are the hardest thing besides Spiral Abyss, it is only right to showcase them in boss fights. And lastly, we're going to be showcasing characters with their max damage output as to my build and stats. And then we're going to be closing it off with a final overview and my thoughts on the character. So yeah, that is the baselines we're going to be going over for this showcase. And without any further delay, because I went on for too long, it is time to showcase my Dendro Traveler's stats and build. Alright, so here we are with the Traveler. So as you can see here, my stats are pretty good. Elemental Mastery is also pretty good too. There's a reason why, and that is because I built him as a sub DPS. So I balanced all his stats. I balanced his Elemental Mastery, I balanced his crit rate, crit damage, I balanced his energy recharge, and he has Dendro damage to boot. So yeah, Traveler is going to be a sub DPS on this showcase. So well, there is your rough estimate as to what he can do. As for his weapon, we have the Sacrificial Sword. It's probably his best free-to-play weapon on him. If you are going to be going for another weapon, you could do the Iron Sting. But the Sacrificial Sword should be good enough. It's because it has a cooldown passive where if you hit someone with your elemental skill, it has a cooldown chance, and then it resets your cooldown. So basically, the Traveler can do is E twice. So yeah, really good weapon on him. That's the reason why I ran the Sac Sword on him. As for artifacts, we have 4-piece Gilded Dreams. The reason why I am running them with this set is so that Nahida, which is going to be our main Dendro character, besides Kale, we're going to be swapping between Kale and Nahida. But Gilded Dreams, you won this if a Dendro character on your team already has 4-piece wood. So if someone already has 4-piece wood, then you could just run 4-piece Gilded Dreams on another Dendro character and it'll work just fine, which is the reason why I'm running him with this. As for Constellation, C6, he's easiest C6 to ever get. So yeah, C6 Traveler is accessible to anyone. And as for his talents, you have 699. Of course, these are boosted by constellations. So yeah, that is my overview of the Traveler. As you can see, his build and stats are pretty average, but we have to showcase him in actual teams. So, of course, the first team we're going to be showcasing is the Aggravate team. So, we're going to be cutting through Spiral Abyss, and I will see you guys on floor 12. Alright, so here we are in floor 12, chamber 1 on the buff screen. So, we're going to be choosing this buff because it doesn't really affect our stats that much. So yeah, mainly for these showcase videos, I will choose the buff that doesn't give stats to showcase the raw stats of characters. So yeah, we're going to be choosing the healing effectiveness because it doesn't really affect us too much. So yeah, we're going to be choosing that. The first team, of course, we're going to be showcasing, I did mention it before, is the Aggravate team. So if you don't know what the Aggravate team does, it basically does a spread effect. If you do use Electro, that basically does Quicken damage, as you can see here. And since it spreads like wildfire, you'll kill everyone in seconds. So yeah, characters like Kuching, Fischl, any character that has a good Electro buff or comp will basically do a lot of damage. But Raiden is the extreme case, and by that I mean this is her best, one of her best teams in the game, as you can see here. Aggravate is so broken. Yeah, look at that. We already killed like almost everyone. Okay, we can just do this, and let's finish this off. We're gonna be using Jean here. And then let's do Raiden right here. Bam! Finished it off! As you can see here, Aggravate is really good. It spreads, it does a lot of Dendro damage and Electro damage as well. So, yeah. Aggravate, really, really top tier team. If you are using the Traveler, and if you are running double Dendro with the Traveler, this is a perfect team for him. So that is the Aggravate team. We're going to be moving on to his next team, which is just a standard Bloom team. Alright, so here we are with the standard Bloom team. So what Bloom does is basically, it creates a core on the ground, and then when you do a Bloom reaction or a Wet reaction on a Dendro affected enemy, it creates a core on the ground which does big damage, and you can only have up to 6 cores, I think, on the field. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, I guess. But, yeah, only have a max amount of cores on the team. And, well, if you have reached the max amount of cores on the field, it'll explode, which is what you see right here, which causes a chain reaction, which does a lot of Dendro damage, which basically creates a lot of cores, meaning that you're going to be doing big damage to everyone. Yeah, that is the Bloom team in a nutshell. So, yeah, we're going to be using Ayato here, and Sangonomiya Kokomi for some Hydro applications. We're going to be using Traveler right here, and we're going to be about to be finishing him off right here. Let's do Ayato's Q, which boosts our normal damage, and then we can just do normal attacks to heal ourselves. Doesn't really matter if we get hit, we already have increased interruption resistance. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. Let's expect him with Dendro, and let's finish this off. Okay, let's do that. Bam! Let's do Kokomi right here. Let's make some Bloom reactions. I think this will be over soon. Let's just finish this off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, as you can see here, the Bloom team is really, really good. Even without Nilou, but I will showcase her later. At least her team. Without Nilou, the team is still pretty good. Bloom just does so much damage. And it's AoE too, meaning that it's really good against crowds. So yeah. It's also good against bosses as well because it does single target damage as well. It doesn't have to be AoE, but the cores do AoE damage. So yeah, as you can see there, Bloom, really, really good. Now it's time to showcase him on his second to last team, which is the Burning team. Alright, so here we are with the Burning team. It's honestly the most basic team in the game. And by that I mean it's not really that impressive, because all it does is do passive damage. That's all that Burning does. If you do passive damage, then I guess you just do good damage, I guess. But Burning is only mainly used for Pyro team comps. So as you can see here, Burning just does passive damage. That's all it'll ever do though, which is honestly really, really okay at best. Yeah. Burning, I guess it's good if you don't have any other team, but Bloom exists. So just use Bloom instead. Like, really? Why would you use this? Why would you use this team over Bloom or Aggravate? But Burning can still get the job done, I guess, if you have the proper team. The only reason why I'm using Hu Tao here is because she can heal herself, besides using Bennett. Let's tag these three. Let's use Bennett here. We need to have Traveler get his things off. There we go. Let's use Nahida's Burst. There we go. Let's tag someone. Okay, we are almost dying here. We gotta play safe now. Okay. Let's do this. I don't think anyone's gonna aim for me, so we could just do this. There we go. And then let's do Hu Tao. Let's get some damage off right here. We're gonna aim for the samurai. Okay. Okay, we're almost dead. Let's do that. There we go. Easy damage. And then there we go. The Burning finished it off. Yeah, Burning just does passive damage and nothing more. So I guess if you want to slowly whittle a boss's health and be kind of lazy, then sure, you could do that. But there are better elemental reactions out there like Bloom and Aggravate. So yeah. Speaking of Bloom, we're going to be showcasing Traveler on his last team, which is the Nilou Bloom team. The most broken team in the game, or one of the most broken teams in the game. Alright, here we are with the last team to showcase, which is the Nilou Bloom team. This is a very special team, because whatever you learned about Dendro cores, throw that out of the window for this team. Because this team is very special, and there you go, that's how special it is. Instead of actually having normal cores, this team has special cores, and it only triggers if you have Hydro and Dendro only on your team. You gotta keep that in mind if you are gonna build this team. So if you have Dendro and Hydro only, you create bountiful cores that deal big, big, big damage, and they explode immediately. Meaning that if you have a ton of cores in the field, you do big Dendro damage. And then basically beat everyone up in like less than a minute. Yeah, there you go. As you can see there was a bunch of Dendro attacks going on, a bunch of explosions. So yeah, that is the Nilou Dendro team, or the Nilou Bloom team. Yeah, the Bountiful Core team. So we're already done with all the showcases. It is time to showcase Traveler in bosses. So we're going to be fighting Childe first. Alright, so here we are in Childe's domain, or Tartaglia's domain, whatever you want to call him. We have here the Nilou team. We're going to be using these, we're going to be using this team for both of the boss fights, honestly. So, of course, we gotta showcase how broken the Traveler is with this 4-piece Gilded Dreams. So we're going to be doing exactly that. We're going to be doing Nilou's thing here, so that she can get her 4 stacks in. So that now, we can tag him and do core damage. Yeah, big core damage. Okay, we're going to be avoiding these. These are easy to avoid. All you have to do is just walk. And you'll just keep doing it, I guess. Alright, there we go. Bloom. There we go. Easy. Alright. Let's tag him again. There we go. Let's have this up. And let's have Kokomi's burst. And let's do big damage right here. We're gonna be saving Traveler's burst for the second phase of the fight. Mainly because Childe usually stands still, mostly, for these fights. So yeah. There we go. We can just use there's burst. Let's tag. Let's do this. Let's do Nilou's normal attacks this time. Okay, never mind. He isn't standing still. Alright. I don't think this is that bad, yeah. We could just chase him down. There we go. Let's tag him. Let's do this. Let's do 3 normal attacks so that Nilou can get her passive up to create bountiful cores. Okay, let's tag him here. And there we go. The bountiful core killed him, and we are good. So yeah, Gilded Dreams did its job. It basically gave us Elemental Mastery and Attack, which basically buffs our core damage. So yeah, Childe, really, really easy. Now it's time to actually fight a real boss fight. So, we're gonna be fighting the Raiden Shogun with this team. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the domain. Alright, so here we are at the Raiden Shogun domain. I don't think this will be that bad because we have Kokomi for heals. So we could just rely on Kokomi's jellyfish for heals. But, we could just wait until the Raiden shield is down. She basically automatically takes her shield down anyway after a few attacks on her second form. So yeah, I think we should be fine here. Let's clear the way here. Let's use her full E right there. Let's use Kokomi. Let's heal up Nahida. There we go. We can just do bountiful cores right here. Let's do her full E right here as well. And then we should be fine here. We can quickly tag her by doing just this. Oh yeah, we can just avoid this by standing here. If you do destroy it though, she basically is left stunned. So this should be a chance for you to attack her if she's open. You could just attack the things. Same with here. You just normal attack these and then just avoid that. There we go. I think her thing is about to pop up. Yeah, so we could just use this to heal up. We can wait a bit here. Because she basically... Okay, never mind. What I was about to say is, she basically, every attack she does, shortens the gauge. So, you'll see here, I won't do anything that much. Or at least I'll try to not do anything to showcase how easily her barrier gets defeated. This is one of the attacks that shortens her barrier. But yeah, you don't really need Electro to shield against that attack. As you can see, their normal attacks work fine. And yeah, as you can see here, every attack that she does shortens the barrier. We don't really need Pyro or any other elemental reactions. But the Dendro is certainly helping with shortening this. Let's do Traveler's Q right there. And then let's survive until the end. Let's do this. Let's do that. It's going to be doing the final attack, which is just easily avoidable by doing a double hop. Alright. So, she's almost done. Which is right here. Yeah, there we go. And now, let's give her everything we've got. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do Nilou's E. Let's do her burst. Let's do Kokomi's normal attacks right here. And do some bloom damage. And there we go. We're doing big damage. We basically almost took out her whole health bar. Let's tag her here. The tagging, I think, lasts for a really long time. So we should be fine. Alright, so we're going to be doing Nilou's normals here. Just so that we could get some Dendro damage off. Right now. There we go. There you go! We can just wait for... Alright, so it's that Raiden right here. There we go. Let's finish this off. There we go. Let's do Nilou's normal attacks right here. Do the burst. Finish it off with the core damage right here. I think we should be fine. Because all we need now is for her to die. Because she could die in this form. Yeah, there we go. Easy peasy. Mainly Kokomi did the heals for us. But as you can see here, the Dendro team works fine as well. So yeah, we already beat Raiden. So now it is time to showcase the final few things. So first, we're going to be showcasing his max damage, and then I'm going to give my final thoughts, as well as a overview of the Traveler. Alright, so here we are where the Pyro Regisvine is. This is the team I'm going to be running, is the Nilou Bloom team. Yeah, this is probably his best damage output. I don't think double Pyro is going to work either, or double Geo, because the Traveler's reaction is mainly going to be a core reaction. It's probably going to be his best damage output. So we're going to be casually beating this guy, and by that I mean we're going to be setting up on him. So let's just get this started. Alright. So we're going to be going through his core first. Let's use Kokomi for that. You can just use Kokomi, and then let's use Nilou's E right there. Okay, let's do Traveler Burst. Let's do Nihita Burst, tag him, and then normal attack. And then 18k on a E. There we go. And then 14k on the Bloom. Yeah, there you go. That is the Traveler's max damage for you. 13k on his E. Not his Q, his E. So yeah, that is basically it for the showcase. It is time to go over the final overview, and as well as give my final thoughts on the Traveler. This is the Traveler, or more specifically, the Dendro Traveler, aka Aether, aka if you're playing the female Traveler, Lumine. So yeah, this is the first 5-star ever made in the game. Yeah, there is no other 5-star in the game. First, then Aether. So yeah, Aether is the first 5-star you ever get. So yeah, and about time too, because he actually got a good element. Yeah, Dendro Traveler, really, really broken. That is my thoughts on him. So we're going to be showcasing his talents and constellations. We're going to be talking over those, giving my final overview, and as well as give my final thoughts. So let's start off with his talents. So his normal attack, the Foreign Field Cleaver, is a normal attack that does 5 rapid strikes, and if you do the charge attack, it does 2 rapid strikes. And if you do a plunging attack, it just does AoE damage. For this attack, you're never going to be using this, honestly, because the main talents you're going to be using is this and this. This is literally useless. You don't even have to level this up. And for his elemental skill, we have Razor Grass Blade, which basically does Dendro damage. Yeah, AoE Dendro damage, since it hits multiple people. As you can see here, his skill damage is pretty good, honestly, but the main reason why you want to use this is to apply Dendro on your enemies. So if you apply Dendro, it's good. And plus, this attack is really quick, so you can just use this to apply a quick Dendro attack on them so that you can do some Dendro reactions. And for his burst, we have Sergeant Manifestation, which leaves a Dendro lamp that does AoE Dendro damage. And depending on what the lamp is affected by, it changes the effect of the lamp. So if you affect the lamp by Hydro, it increases the AoE of the lamp size. So instead of having a little circle, it turns into a big circle. If you affect the lamp with Electro, it increases the lamp's attack speed, meaning that you can apply Dendro more often than you should, which is the reason why you should run them on an Aggravate team as well. Hydro and Electro are really good. And if you affect the lamp with Pyro, the lamp will explode and deal Dendro damage, AoE Dendro damage. Pyro is the weakest one out of all of these, because for Hydro, it increases the AoE, meaning that you could reach really far enemies that back up, like the treasure hoarders that throw elemental bottles at you. You could reach those. And for Electro, it's better too because it increases Aggravate and Spread, meaning that you do more damage. For Pyro, it just does AoE Dendro damage, and that's it. And the cooldown on his Q is 20 seconds, so you want to make the most out of those 12 seconds that you get from the Lotus Lamp. So yeah. And as for his talents, we have Verdant Overgrowth, which is his first talent. So the Sea Lotus Lamp will obtain 1 level of Overflowing Lotus Sight every second it is on the field, increasing the elemental mastery of active characters within its AoE by 6. Overflowing Lotus Light has a max of 10 stacks. So you can increase a person's elemental mastery by 60 for every stack you get. So basically, you get 6, and then it times 10. 6 times 10 is 60, so you get a max of 60 elemental mastery, and plus the Overflowing Lotus Sight, which is gained by using the Sea Lotus Lamp for every second it's on the field. By the way, the lamp only lasts for 12 seconds, so you get 2 seconds of elemental mastery right here. But you get 60 elemental mastery, which is really, really good on a Q. That means that you're going to be doing big damage. Yeah, even a minuscule amount like 6 does wonders on Dendro cores and Aggravate teams. So yeah, this is a really, really good talent. And for his second talent, we have Verdant Luxury. Every point of elemental mastery the Traveler possesses increases the damage dealt by Razor Blade Grass, or Razor Grass Blade, which is his E, by 0.15%, and the damage dealt by Surgent Manifestation by 0.1%. So if you have a lot of elemental mastery, this is uncapped by the way, so you can have as much elemental mastery as you want on him, you will deal more damage on your Razor Blade Blast, or Razor Grass Blade, which is your E, and you'll deal more damage on your Q, which is Surgent Manifestation. So yeah, more elemental mastery means that you do more damage. So if you have 100 elemental mastery, this gets increased by I believe 50%. Yeah, I think 50%, unless I am doing 5%. Yeah, it gets increased by 5%. 5% is a lot. 5% is a lot based off of 100 elemental mastery. So yeah, this passive is really, really good. Makes it so that he supports way better than he should. And then it's time to go over his constellations. So his first constellation, C1, is Symbiotic Creeper. After Razor Grass Blade, which is his E, hits an opponent, it will regenerate 3.5 energy for the Traveler. So this basically means that you get your Q faster. It combos well with the Sack Sword, and you know how well the Sack Sword is. It basically reduces the cooldown of your E and completely negates the cooldown. So if you do double E, you're gonna get your Q back way faster than you should. This is a really good constellation. As for C2, we have Green Resilience. Sea Lotus Lamp's duration is increased by 3 seconds. So that means that on top of your 12 seconds, you get an extra 3 seconds, meaning that your Sea Lotus Lamp gets increased by 15 seconds. 15 seconds with a 20-second cooldown is really good. Legitimately really good. This is probably a must-have constellation. But since the Traveler is C6 for free, you get this anyway, which is pretty sweet. As for C3, we have Whirling Weeds. It is like your typical C3 and C5 right here, which basically, for this, increases his elemental skill by 3 levels. So you get 3 free levels, and plus if you have a level 10 talent, increases to level 13, which basically scales really well. So yeah, really good talent. As for his C4, we have Treacle Grass. After the Sea Lotus Lamp triggers a Lotus Sight Light Transfiguration, it will obtain 5 stacks of Overflowing Lotus Light, effect from the passive talent Verdant Overgrowth. You must have unlocked this passive first. So, If you affect the Sea Lotus Lamp with an elemental reaction, like I said before, Pyro, Electro, or Hydro, you will gain an automatic 5 stacks. Meaning that you get 30 elemental mastery right off the bat. Yeah, really, really good. It is a really, really, really good constellation. Meaning that he buffs all his teammates, he is supporting well, he is doing good. His Q is literally his bread and butter. As for his C5, we have Viridian Transience, which basically just increases the level of his burst by 3 levels. Yeah, really, really good. And as for C6, which is mainly everyone's strongest constellation, is Withering Aggregation. The Dendro damage bonus of the character under the effect of Overflowing Lotus Light, as created by the Sea Lotus Lamp, is increased by 12%. If the lamp has experienced a Lotus Light transfiguration previously, the character will also gain 12% damage bonus for the corresponding element. This is his best constellation, hands down, besides his C2. This basically means that on top of a 12% Dendro damage bonus, if you affect the lamp with a certain element, let's just use Hydro for example, you get an extra 12% damage bonus on top of that. So you could get a, 12% Hydro damage bonus and a 12% Dendro damage bonus, meaning that your core damage is just going to be doing a lot of damage. Same with Aggravate. Aggravate's going to be doing a lot of damage. And Burning as well, I guess, if you want the passives. But yeah, C6, really, really good. Glad that we could get this now in version 3.2. Yeah, Traveler now is really broken. One of the best Dendro supports in the game, if not the best Dendro support in the game. And that is basically it for the Traveler Showcase. Yeah, so my final thoughts, he's really good. Legitimately really good. He is a must-run on Dendro teams. You can also run him alone on other teams as well, but you want to give him Deepwood Memories for a 4-piece if you are going to be running him on a solo Dendro. But if you are going to be running him with double Dendro, like Nahida, Traveler, then run him with 4-piece Gilded Dreams. Just because, well, Gilded combos well with Deepwood, which means that you're going to be doing a lot of damage. So yeah, that is basically it. Like the video if you liked the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I upload Genshin videos once a week, so if you do enjoy Genshin content, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to not miss out on a single Genshin upload. Also comment down below, what do you think of Traveler? Is he good? Is he bad? Is he okay? Specifically the Dendro Traveler, is he good? Is he bad? Is he okay? You already know my opinion on him. He's cracked. He's beyond cracked. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this Traveler Showcase video, and I'll see you guys in the next Genshin video.